breaking down of psychological resistance to reform. That is, I think, the most important thing. Breaking down psychological systems to reform, something new to emerge. And for that, you have to let go of what's already been. Solitude is putting boundaries up and saying no. Solitude can be staying with yourself. Like the most successful people, like Bill Gates, he takes weeks off completely by himself just to be in solitude, because that's the place where ideas comes up. Like the inner intuition really speaks.
Loneliness is for me a source of healing that makes my life worth living. That was quoted by Carl Jung and his philosophy. It's only in the state of complete abandonment and loneliness that we experience the helpful power of our own nature, Carl Jung once said.
Okay, so here's the 3 benefits that when you're in solitude, when you're in with yourself, when you're alone, there's no distractions. These 3 things will happen in your life. Yeah, so the first thing is that you can find what you really want. Society has been, since our childhood, been programming us to be in a certain way, to act in a certain way, to be with people in a certain way, to be with different people that we maybe don't want to be with, or just behave in ways that we don't want to behave with. This is a perfect time to actually start to question the beliefs and the ideas that people has been putting on top of you since you were a child. And this one I love. The second one is absolutely phenomenal, because this time when you're in this space of nothingness, or where you are not distracted by other people or your phone or your computer or work or whatever that is, here from that place you can start to create the life that you actually want to live. And I'm gonna give you in the end a way that I've been manifesting my life since 10-15 years. When I started with this, it completely changed my life. I will let you know later. So from this place you can really start to create, and this is fun. Like really start to decide, what do you want in your life? How do you want it to look like? What people? How much money? Where do you live? What do you do? How do you feel? Infinite amount of things and places and from source. Like anything is possible. And in this space, I would meditate, journal, and then journal your future and now. Very exciting goals, like they have to be bigger than you can like imagine. Like if it's scary and it feels like, how the fuck should I do that? The goals has to be goals that you don't know how to get. The how to, leave that out. You just know that it's going to happen. But how? That's the universe's job, it's not yours. And the third thing is to get to know yourself. Who are you really? Find your inner voice. Find that thing inside that speaks. Learn about yourself. Listen to your mind and your body. What does it tell me to do? Okay, so I'm super excited about the manifestation part, because this is subconsciously, we do this all the time. The thing is that we don't know that we're doing it. Like manifestation and law of attraction works in either way you want it. Either way you're aware of it and you know exactly what you're manifesting, or you are not and you're manifesting often shit. Because that's where our mind is. So what has been working for me when I started with this in like 2012, 13 something, changed my mind to a more positive way, and I did it subconsciously. I didn't think of, oh, I'm gonna manifest something, or I'm gonna let law of attraction work for me. No, it wasn't like that. We have to want something really bad. Tell ourselves that we want it, or we just want it from within. Like a deep want of something. And a belief that it's going to happen. We have to journal it down and be very specific in detail exactly what we want. When we want it, how we want it, with who we want it, and speaking in a place where we already have it. Write it down, Speak it out is also a very good thing to say, that speaking about yourself in that situation, for example. Every night before bed, you visualize, you put your phone away on your computer 1 hour before you're gonna fall asleep. You go down to bed, visualize, and you feel how you feel when you have the things that you really want, the life that you want to have. How do you feel? What do you do? Experience yourself, see it in your mind happening. Get excited. If you're not excited about it, it's too small of goals, it doesn't excite you, you have to come up with something bigger. Do that before until you fall asleep. So this is a very good exercise for sleeping, because when you allow yourself and tell yourself, I'm gonna be visualizing until I fall asleep, and if it takes you 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 1 hour, it doesn't matter, because you're already in bed, and I will promise you, you will fall asleep. Allow your brain to think about only those things that makes you excited. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you do, that I do, is start to think about the same thing that you were thinking about when you went to bed. So think about that, or if you had a dream that you remember, think about that a little bit. Did it tell you something? Does it have anything to do with that? And then you have to let go of it. Completely go out in the world, experience what you do, go out, do anything that you want to do, and just know that it's coming. The more you think about that it's coming, it's not gonna come. And this is crazy powerful because it works instantly. It's not that a bag of money gonna drop in your, maybe it does, but often not. But people can show up, and like things, you can get invited to things and stuff like that can happen very fast. So be careful what you write down, because it will manifest in this world.